Hello, hello. What is going on, guys? Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. It is Thursday. Talked about, a lot of things the past week. The news is going to slow down a little bit. It's post-June now. The Eagles saved some cap space, and now we're kind of waiting to see some of these, maybe some depth signings, some signings, some tinkering with the roster a little bit. And I just want to do a quick stream today. Nothing crazy. But I appreciate everybody coming in today. What's going on, Jamar? What's going on, man? Donovan, what's going on, dude? What's going on, guys? How you guys doing? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day today. I think one thing that really aggravates me about like when we go into OTAs and training camp is, the Eagles have OTAs, then mini camp. They're not even going to have mini camp this year at all. And a lot of teams are doing this right now. A lot of teams are doing this, but I don't like it. And look, I understand you don't want to have injuries, but even if at least you have the practices, at least have them. You know what I mean? You don't have to have these guys go 110%, but at least have these practices if you need them to have it. You know what I mean? I feel like it does nothing. I feel like it really doesn't do anything. I think once mini camp comes, I don't know if the veterans have to go to mini camp, so I'm not really sure. Because there's gonna be a lot of competition this year with what they have with certain positions, and I'm excited to see like the cornerback position and even the safety position, because I think they'll be moving some of these corners to play both safety and corner. So I feel like there's a good chance we might get some stuff, man. Chris Scott says Top Gun with Maverick. Yeah, I heard it was fantastic, dude. Everyone's saying it's great. So might have to see it. What's going on, guys? Yo, Matthew, what's going on, dude? Did you see who we signed? Who we signed? We just signed somebody? Like literally just now? Did we sign somebody? No, I think you're lying. I don't think we signed anybody. Because I trust me, I've been online like all day, so. Chase said, what up, Dilly? What's going on, Jay? Fee says, what up, homie? What's going on? Michael said, what up, Joey? How are you today? I'm doing good. John P, hit me with some news. BLSG, what's going on, man? He's nuts. I literally just got off Twitter, so you never know what would have happened. They could have signed somebody that was like, low tier guy, depth purposes, whatever. So you got me with it. Hey, you never know. Things happen when I'm not looking. So, we got Feast, Joey. I think JJ will be better playing tight end than wide receiver. I don't think so. I think he's gonna get beat now. I think it's gonna be Calcaterra and Stahl for the second and third tight end spot. I don't even think JJ's gonna make it at this point. Lil TY, what's going on? Chris said, I definitely believe we'll add an impact safety in a trade, maybe even Robert Quinn. Yeah, I talked about Robert Quinn the other day. He had 17 and a half sacks last year. I know he's old, but they would have to release him for anything to happen. I wouldn't even trade for him, so hopefully they do release him. I don't know if it's going to happen, but if you trade for him, he was very good last year, so I don't know what you're going to have to give up for him, but he played really well last year on a crappy Chicago Bears squad last year, and it's going to be even worse this year. So, I don't know. I don't know what they're going to do. I don't think they make a big splash as like a Jesse Bates, but I feel like not a Robert Quinn, a Chuck Clark trade would probably make more sense down the line. I don't think right now. I don't think the Eagles are in any rush to trade for a safety right now, because I think they need to see what they have in the building before anything. You know what I mean? So that's my take on it. Mike says, Ma, what's up? What's going on, Mike? There's a safety and another edge. That's what I was looking at. Safety and an edge rusher. 100%. I agree. Reb said, what up, Joey? Did we Bates yet? Still got 1,000 miles left to Arizona. Dude, well, I hope you're enjoying, man. I think you said you were moving or something. You're moving, or I think you're moving or something like that. But, dude, I hope the trip's going well, dude. Chris, what's going on? He says Bates and Quinn. Gravy says, I don't think we have any major moves left. Maybe adding. Yeah, I mean, I think a depth move, but a guy that could be in a good rotation at defensive end. I think Robert Quinn would be perfect. Like, I want Jadeveon Clowney. Like, I don't give a crap how many guys we have. I want more. Oops. I wanted more regardless. You know what I mean? I wanted more. I do not care. I want more. The Eagles have about $13.5 million in cap space as of right now. So, from what I've looked at, that's what they have. This is after the James Bradberry signing. So, let me just make sure, check real quick. I want to see if I have this right. That's not right at all. Trying to add this thing here so maybe you guys could see it. God damn it. It's not working. It's this one. It's got to be this one. It is. So this is apparently the cap space right now. $13.5 million. That's pretty much about 13 mil, a little over that. So, can I do something with this? Can I actually move it? Oh, what the hell? All right, never mind. I tried doing something and it didn't work. So, yeah, so this is the cap space, about $13 million after the James Bradberry signing as of right now. And that's pretty much it. You know, that's how much we got. So you end up getting the $4.4 million in cap space. I mean, they could free up more cap space, guys. I mean, if they extend Javon Hargrave, they save $13 million. So you can have close to, $23 million in cap space, and you're going to be able to afford to sign another player on top of it. So it's not a bad thing, man. It's really not a bad thing. Let's see here. Breeze, who do you want to return kicks and punts in your opinion? The Britton Covey kid I like a lot. I would have, Britton Covey, and I don't know if they're going to have another guy, but I like Britton Covey for both if they could get it done. Like, I'm a big fan of Britton Covey, probably one of my favorite undrafted free agents coming into this wide receiver room right now. We'll see. Kenny Brooks and Britton Covey are like my favorite two guys. Mario Goodrich is like my third because they gave him a lot of money, and we're going to find out what he could do at cornerback. I would say try to move him to safety if they could. I would honestly put Mario Goodrich at safety, bro. I really would. I want to see what that kid could do. I need to. They need to move a bunch of players. Like, no joke, they really do. Argary says Eagles are going to Arizona too. Darius says that are Midnight Green jerseys available yet? They should be. I think they're. What do you mean? Are they available yet? They should all be available. Mark said, "Well, it's June 2nd. What happened to the trade?" Well, no, I mean it's post-June moves. It doesn't mean it happens on June 1st. It just means that they freed up cap space after June 1st, and they can make. There's going to be teams releasing players after June 1st. A lot. It just hasn't happened yet. Johnny said, "Tomorrow is the day I leave as a Seahawks." Joey. What do you mean you leave as a Seahawk? What do you mean? Sagan says, what up, peeps? What's going on? Maria says, Covey as returner, 100%. Man says, JJ not making the team. Asford says, we're definitely going to sign another edge, but I don't think it'll be Quinn. Most likely it'll be a dude from the Raiders. Oh, the Killian Farrell? Yeah, the problem with him is he's a $9.9 million he's $9.9 million against the cap. They have to, redo his deal because Cleveland Farrell's been nothing but a bust. I mean, he's been really bad. I mean, he didn't even have. I don't think he's had one really good season. I mean, his snaps dropped from over 600 to 700 snaps in 2019 when he was drafted to half of that, to 200 or to 300. I mean, it's bad. He hasn't even really produced. But it's pretty sad, to be honest with you. But it's nuts, man. It's freaking nuts. Sorry, I had to put my stream on my phone real quick. Says, Joey, what up? What's going on, Iron Mizzle? What's going on, dude? Yo, who that? What's going on, man? Aaron says, I still say wait till 53, cut down, pick from scrap pile. Don't blow any more picks or trades. Stay on the path Howie has got us on. No, I totally agree with that. I feel like you have to see what you have in the room before anything because it's not going to be fair. Every time, us Eagles fans, we get really, insecure and we get really, nervous and panicky when like we have a, Marcus Epps isn't enough. We have to get a free agent. We have to get a free agent. We have to get, we got to just let these young guys produce. And like, look, by August, if they want to sign a player, then go ahead. If they feel like they don't have if they feel like they don't have much out of this undrafted room or at some of these draft picks they have or something like that, or they feel like they need to add another guy, then go ahead. You know what I mean? They can always make a move if they have to. Let me know if the audio sounds good because a girlfriend bought me AirPods. I never had AirPods my whole life. And connecting them to this computer, I don't know. Every time I use them, I actually used them while making a video for tomorrow, and it was really like not staticky, but the audio for the video is kind of like sounds like I'm talking through a tunnel a little bit. So if you hear that, it's because of these. I had these on, so I'm not gonna have them on. I think for StreamYard they'll be okay, but okay, good. Audio's clear. Good. Thank you. Appreciate it, man. Oops, sorry about that. That was the wrong thing. Did I just go like down? Oh man, what happened? Oh, hold on. I'm gonna get to all you guys. I just clicked on the wrong thing. I clicked way too down. Landon Collins or no, I'm not really a big fan. He's more of an in the box safety. Like I need someone that's gonna have free will to move everywhere and cover the field. Need good coverage. Duncan says, how much cap? We have $13.5 million, like $13.54, something like that. Man, so I say keep what you have on DL. A lot of young guys develop. No, I agree with you. Like, I'm excited for Kyron Johnson from Kansas. Like, the guy ran a 4.38. He has a very quick first step. He totally destroyed Trevor Penning and a couple other tackles in that Senior Bowl practice. If you guys haven't looked at that stuff, I thought that was fantastic. Brand Peck, what's going on, man? Aaron says some overpriced veteran will get cut probably at safety and edge. Pick them up like Bradbury. Donate says go get Bates. Kiamaloff says, hey, Joe, ESPN mentioned Jaquiski Tartt as a free agent option as safety. Any thoughts? I mean, yeah, he's got great size. I mean, he can cover the field. I mean, I would love it. I wouldn't mind it at all. Charter Verts, a rumor Rager signed 3-year deal with McDonald's. Yeah, by the way, guys, like, I'm not like clowning on Jalen Rager too much now. Like, it's just the guy, there's too much crap happening with this guy. And, like, obviously losing two best friends. Jeff Gladney, that thing was horrible. You know what I mean? And, like, it's unfortunate. I don't think he's going to be here. I think he's going to get traded. I think he needs to, like, go somewhere else and just start fresh. And I hope, like, the best for him when he leaves. I just don't think he's going to make the roster. I really don't. I feel like getting A.J. Brown, getting Zach Pascal as Nick Sirianni's pet, and adding, like, guys like Weedfall, some of these guys, Josh Hammond, some of these guys that are not even going to be backups, but practice squad guys. Like, there's just a lot of competition in front of him right now. I just think for Jalen Rager, it is an uphill battle, which is kind of nuts. Average says, Covey has some of the best highlights I've ever seen. So much fun to watch. It is, man. It really is. Like, every little mouse hole and crevice, man. This guy looks for every little bit of space to run. And he's got a lot of toughness towards him, too, which I really do like. Martin says, okay. Darius says, where do you get midnight green jerseys from? NFL shop, dude. What are you talking about? Where you get midnight green jerseys from? It was, my school is Seahawks. Oh, okay. I got confused for a second. LD says, how do you feel about Landon Collins? Should we go after him? I'm not a big fan of it. No, I'd rather have Marcus Epps than have Landon Collins. Scott says, big hit on Farrell, too big, rather than get Bates. David said, what's good, Shakes, is when's Jeffrey or Jackson's contract still in our cap? I think Jeffrey and Jackson are done. Alshon Jeffrey and Malik Jackson's contracts are done. I think those have been done, I think this is pretty much, I think we get out of the Wentz contract fully dead cap-wise. I think after this year, I'm not sure. I think that's going to be it. Bernardo says, big green ground and pound Philly. And Andrew says Farrell might even get cut, get him for nothing. Yeah, I mean, maybe. Yeah, like, I don't know if that $9.9 million cap hit is still going to take effect even if he gets released, but they have to redo his deal. There's no way that no team is going to pick him up at 9.9 for the year. It's just not going to happen. Jake Cake says, yo, what's going on, man? Daniel says, tune in to Joey Shakes. What's up? What's going on, Daniel? What's going on, bro? Drewski says, yo. Sai says, yeah, I don't think Quinn will happen either. Probably going to want around $10 million a year for his production last year. Yeah, he had 17.5 sacks. I mean, he played really well. He played really, really well last year. So at 30, he was probably 31 at the time. Jesus. I mean, I don't know. I'm not giving away a big pick for him. I would, if it was like maybe a fifth or something like that, maybe, but for a guy that had 17 and a half double-digit sacks last year, it's going to be tough. Paul says 49ers All-Pro center Alex Mack retired today. Also, right guard Lake Tomlinson to the Jets, free agency, so some new offensive line for the 49ers to develop or go get. Yeah, I saw that today. King Cox says, crazy year. We were losing 3 Hall of Famers. We were losing Mikey, Miss, Angelo, Ray, Diddy. Yeah, I saw that, man. It's crazy. Audio's clear. Richard says, would sound good if it was someone else talking. Funny guy. AirPods are life, bro. AirPods are the best invention. AirPods are the best invention I've ever seen. Now, these aren't the pros. These are the normal ones, because sometimes the normal ones don't fit everybody's ears. My head's big, but my ear holes are really small. Pause. But you know what I mean. By the way, shout out to Philly 500. I want to say happy birthday to the man, the legend, the best content creator for the Philadelphia Eagles, #1 in this Eagles community. I want to say I appreciate everything he's done for this community, and he's been one of my really good friends for a while. And starting this podcast, I learn things from him every day. We don't just talk about football; we talk about other things. So I want to say happy birthday to Philly 500, and what a great guy, most humble guy. Would take the shirt off his back for you. I mean, couldn't work with someone more humble, more respected, and just such a down to earth guy in Philly 500. So I want to thank him for everything. And love you, bro. Pause, but you know what I mean. We have the Philly Shakedown Saturday, I think. Is it my channel? I think it is my channel this week. I think we're going to have it on the channel this week. So, Rock said, what's going on, man? Reb says, moving to Arizona from Jersey. Drive crazy. But did you see the video that 500 posted that we freed up for? Yeah. We freed up $4.4 million after June 1st. Yep. Posted, could Samal be traded for the 49ers? Jacob, what's going on, man? Duncan says, let the young guys play. After all you're going to have Pro Bowlers, all Pro, future Hall of Famers at every position. Jacob says, who you got winning tonight, Warriors or Boston? Probably I have Boston winning the whole thing. Drew says, if Hurts has a bad year, what do you think the front office is going to do? They're going to trade him. They're going to trade him, most likely. If Hurts doesn't pan out to what he's supposed to be, or at least makes a huge jump, I'm not talking like he plays. I'm not talking about 10% playing better, like 10%. I'm talking about a big step. He doesn't work out, guys. They're going to trade him, get more draft capital, because you're going to be giving up for a top 5 pick this year. I mean, next year's going to be totally different. This year, a lot of teams were trading back out of the top 10 than really trading up. Most teams in the top 10 are trying to trade back because of the quarterback situations, and obviously, just a lot of needs. There was a lot of depth at a lot of positions this past draft as well. I think they trade Jalen Hurts. I think that's what's going to happen. They're going to trade him. What you're going to get, I think they'll get some good compensation for him. I don't think it'll be a first-round pick, but I think they'll get some good compensation for him. Ron says, there he is. You was making me nervous. Why? Why was I making you nervous today? Killer said, what up, Joey? Sorry I'm late at work. How's your day? I'm doing good, man. Hope you're having a good day too, man. Hope you enjoy your day. Rayman says, hey, Joey, what's going on, man? Paul said, JTAR is in-a-box safety. Land Collins and not really a good fit for what Gannon is look for, which safer who is strong in pass coverage can play out in space. B. Lewis says, even though regular still sucks, still rich enough to buy his own McDonald's. You guys are ruthless, man. You guys are ruthless. Paul said, Warriors in 5 games in 1-game series. That's not very competitive. Which King says, I want to use Gainwell more this season. He could be better than Sanders. I think Gainwell's going to have a big year this year. Jock said, yo, Jock, what's going on, man? There's a Rager Chenault trade would be a lot like Kansas City and San Francisco swap first-round bust Baldwin and Jenkins. Yo, Baron, what's going on, dude? Jock said, I guess Kayvon Thibodeaux is injured already. Not sure if he will be ready for trade. I thought it was minor. I don't think it was that bad from what I read. Paul said, Coach Doug P wants nothing to do with Jalen Rager. Kay says, hey, Joey, what's going on, Kays? Brand Pex is calling. Iron says, hey, Joey, got some new gear. Eagles, green, Irish, and 4s. Damn, dude. Damn, the swag is going. Andrew said, let's chip in to get 500 at Barnett jersey for his birthday. Oh, he'd be laughing his ass off if that happened. Jock says, no, Joey, I don't want to see 500 with no shirt. Marion Barber, even though he played for the Cowboys, dude was a B. He was great, man. Just found him dead. That's crazy, dude. Abdur says, what up, Joe? I hope Jalen Hurts is more accurate in the pocket before he take off running. What do you think? Well, yeah. I mean, I want him to be more of a pocket guy. I thought he has to be more of a pocket passer this year. I mean, his pocket awareness has to be, get better. And just can't just always escape the pocket as soon as he senses pressure. He's got to stay in there and make these throws, especially with the receivers that you have this year. I mean, I definitely agree. Yo, Hilguru says, welcome to AZ. Hey, Rob, I miss Jersey, but you'll enjoy everything but the heat here. Chris says, Philly 500, happy birthday, brother. Enjoy your day. We love you. Yeah, dude. Happy birthday to Philly 500, man. I hope he's not making videos today or any live streams. I hope he's enjoying his day with his family. Paul says, I sense a trade of Hargrave to the Bears for safety Eddie Jackson. Interesting. That's an interesting one, actually, but I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think so. As much as I would like Eddie Jackson, man, like Hargrave, if you take Hargrave away, then Milton Williams becomes your star. Well, no, then Jordan Davis is going to become your starter next to Fletcher Cox, most likely, if that happens. But I think they're looking to extend Hargrave. But that's actually a really good trade, an interesting one, Paul. I ain't going to lie. Aaron says, Daniel Jones the worst quarterback in the league? No, I don't think he's the worst quarterback in the league at all. I think he's definitely down the lower percentile, but I don't think he's the worst. I think he's one of the worst, but I don't think he's the worst. Chris Hargrave isn't going anywhere. Barron says, do you think we'll extend Hargrave before or after the season? I think they'll get an extension probably later during the season, probably. Chris says, Paul, I love Eddie Jackson, but I think Clark would suffice and we'd keep Hargrave. Derek Barnett. Sky says, Eagles stink. We've got a Giants fan in the building. Ron said, I thought you weren't going to stream today, brother. Glad you're live. It's my off day today, so I can run my errands and listen. I appreciate it, dude. Yeah, I'm not really doing a long stream today, but I had to get a couple. The reason why I'm kind of late today is I had to put a couple videos in. So I had a couple videos I had to do. So I have 2 videos coming out tomorrow morning, and probably another stream tomorrow. And then we'll have the shakedown on Saturday, which will be a lot of fun as well. So there's not going to be much to talk about Saturday. Like, there's only a couple things really going on. So really, if you guys have any questions for us, we'll be answering the chat a lot on Saturday. Paul said, Fletcher Cox making $14 million, Hargrave being 13, and Eagles have Jordan Davis and Milton Williams behind these guys. One of them is going to be loved, and it's probably Hargrave as he's in his last year. Yeah, we'll see, dude. I feel like they will extend him, but we'll find out. They say, what up, Joe? Thoughts on Epps as starting safety? I'm fine with it. Like, I'm comfortable with him starting safety, but the problem is if Anthony Harris or Epps gets injured, it's not going to be good. We have no depth behind it. So it's either going to add depth or you're going to go trade for a guy. You know what I mean? Or see what you have in these young guys, which I think they're going to do regardless, but, weighing their options. By August, if you feel like they need to trade for a player or maybe give a team a call, then, yeah, they do that. MB Jersey Boy says, Raiders fan here. Love what the Eagles been doing. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, it's been an exciting offseason, man. Now it's really about putting the pieces together and seeing what they do. I mean, it's really up to the coaches. It's up to these guys to produce. Now we have to see if the coaching and the quarterback. I mean, that's what the 2 things we need to watch out for. But I appreciate it, man, coming in. King Don Kong says, what does the chat think we do at safety? James said, 222 Eagles special will be getting rid of Jalen Reagor. Joe says, Giants fan, I would like to say all you Danny Jones haters, you have a low football IQ. Because they would need to resign Hargrave midseason. I think they will. I would say if we got him a Barnett jersey and he played better since 500, would be good luck charm or miracle worker. That's totally true. Make him wear that shit. That says, who's worse than Jones though? Right now. Who's worse than Jones? Trying to think here. Damn. I think. Do you think that? Oh, I think Trubisky's worse. I think Trubisky's worse than Jones. That's definitely one that I think. It's probably one I think is going to be worse than him. I don't think Daniel Jones is as bad as Trubisky. I think Trubisky's probably, yeah. Blake Bortles isn't a starter though. That's what I'm saying. Like Trubisky's starting this year, So he has been a starter, but Barron said, I like Hargrave, but I still need more consistency from him all season. Hargrave is 2019 final year of his contract. Looked like for a nice extension to the Eagles move with Jordan Davis, Milton Williams, Tutu, et cetera, waiting in the wings. I think they move on. I don't know. The 2-2 guy, I don't think he's going to really do anything. Joe says 2 Giants fans in the building. Cyrus says Blake Bortles. Jocks at ESPN had Eagles rated number 2 on the offseason moves and still didn't talk about them. Dude, are you surprised? Are you really surprised, though? The Observer Sports is Geno Smith, Drew Lock. Yeah, I would say that too. I'd say, yeah, Geno Smith, Drew Lock, Trubisky, Mariota, yeah, probably another one. Sam Darnold, yeah, probably another one. I think he's better than a few guys. Maria says, no, can't get rid of Hargrave. If you do, Cox and Williams start and Davis and who rotate in. Yeah, well, that's the problem. Then they have to sign another defensive tackle, or they're going to bring someone up from practice squad that's not going to produce at all. Carly Real says, Joey, my guy, hashtag Shake Squad. What's going on, man? Aaron says, I hope Mariota does well, even though this deck is stacked against him. Really good guy. Oh, there says David Mills. David Mills played really good last year. David Mills didn't play worse. I thought David Mills played good. He started, didn't he start like week 10 or something? Like he started late in the season. He's played really well. I don't think David Mills is that bad. I thought he showed up pretty nicely, and he's going to have more weapons. Chris Scott says D-Lock is worse than Joe Trubisky is as well. Guys, don't respect David Mills like that. Okay, yes, it's Jalen Hurts or Carson Wentz. Jalen Hurts, man, 100%. 100%. Why you ask me that question? That's an easy one. I mean, you asked that like it was going to be a tough one or something. Respectfully, anyone who says Hurts hasn't done enough to be Eagles' next QB doesn't watch the same tape as I do. Yeah, our Dan Orlovsky's putting up some videos of Jalen Hurts right now. Crazy, man. It is crazy. John says 2 Giants fans, y'all don't want to smoke with hashtag Burgang this year. Yo, Slavi Joe, Slavi Show, what's going on, man? He says Mills had such an underrated season. Lovie Smith really likes him. Yeah, dude, Lovie Smith should have been a head coach for years, man. Like when he left Tampa, and he left Tampa with a pretty, I don't think the record was that bad. Like I think he had like 8-9 wins for the year with Tampa the year before he left. Lovie Smith shouldn't have left Tampa. He shouldn't have. Chris says Aaron Hargrave is better. Oh, right now Hargrave is better than Cox and Younger. Falcon Eagle says our offense has a lot of mouths to feed. Who do you think will suffer from it? I don't know. I mean, Fletch is definitely gone after this year. Jordan Davis is going to have a good year. Williams should have a big step-up year this year going to year 2. So, Carl says, I see Ritter starting over Mariota about week 5. Jock says, Joey, it's Davis, not David. David? It's Jordan. Oh, did I say Jordan David? Sorry. Barron says Drew Lock's coach was against him in the moment he came into the building. He couldn't have possibly been worse than Bridgewater. There's that Imagine 2017 Wentz with A.J. Brown and Smitty. Yeah, it would be fantastic. Paul says DT pitching has FS Frost, Hargrave, Milton Williams, Davis, Tutu, Marvin, Wilson, Renee, Rennan, Noah Ellis as of today. Wilson could be a nice surprise this camp if healthy. Lion says, hey, Joey, Bates or Clark? Clark is cheaper. Oh, yeah, Clark is going to be a lot cheaper because he's older. I mean, what Bates is 25, plus you got to, he's younger, so you have to trade for him, and it's a position of need right now, like badly. So, Joe says, Dan Jones played in the worst NFL team, Gelman, Schumer, Joe Judge. What would you be saying about Jalen Hurts if he played on that team? Probably the same thing, to be honest with you. Alexander says, Mills was 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, Jones 10-7, so yeah, my bad. You're good. Slavi Show says, is Wentz going to be playing with the best receiver one he's ever had in McLaurin? I'd have to say, yeah. I mean, him, Curtis Samuel, Jahan Dotson now. They got weapons. I think they have better weapons than they did with the Colts. 100%. A very young offense. Still a young offense and a lot of talent. Got running backs. Besides Sheriff being gone, I don't know who they're plugging in at that spot, but yeah, I think he's gonna have a pretty solid year this year. He had a solid year last year. Yeah, Logan Thomas. Yeah, dude. Like That Washington is stacked, dude. I think Washington is very underrated going into the season this year. I think they are. Kennedy said Jordan Davis is better than Fletcher Cox. He probably will be. Rumor says there's a weapon next type video about Marcus Epps. Made me feel better about him, actually. I don't know. Marcus Epps lays the wood, man. Pause, but you know what I mean. His coverage is just the only thing that really makes me it kind of makes me nervous. His coverage isn't great. I don't think with Epps and Anthony Harris, I'm not loving their coverage too much. Barron says Logan Thomas. Lighton says my new pick from Algebra the Analyst, a YouTuber. Maria says Davis isn't better than Williams. You think Williams is better than Davis? I mean, you don't even know yet. I mean, we don't even know that yet. So I was like, Washington just needs to stay healthy. Plus, they get Chase Young back. Yeah, it's gonna be nuts. See how Chase Young does coming off injury. You know what I mean? That's another thing they have to watch out for. Dave said, "Hey there, Joey, doing a good job. Appreciate it, David. Thank you so much, man." Kay says Jordan Davis could be the next Aaron Donald. Barron says it doesn't matter what you think of Wentz, he's an upgrade to Heineken. No, I totally agree. When I made the video about it, he is an upgrade. He's a total upgrade. Lion says Killian, Farrell, or Robert Quinn. I obviously take Robert Quinn because he's more productive by a landslide. I mean, Quinn's been in the league since 2011. Been to the Rams. He's been to the Rams, the Cowboys, and the Bears. I think he's only been to like 3. Oh, Miami. He was in Miami too. Joe says, I love all these expectations by Eagles fans. Again, it's not too long ago. Your expectations were the same about your Phillies. How did that work out? The game is not played on paper. Well, the Giants were the same thing last year. The Giant fans were coming out of the caves last year from the free agency they had last year. You know what I mean? Like they spent a lot of money last year, and on paper that looked like a really good roster. But you know, I think this coaching staff is better than what the Giants had. I think any coaching staff is better what the Giants had last year, the past few years with Joe Judge and some of the other guys. You know what I mean? So. And especially the GM, I don't know. Monte Rock says Davis, the new Reggie. Asver says maybe the Eagles won't really use safeties this season. We'll just use our corners. Yeah, Paul says stay away from C. Farrell. I totally agree with that. I did a video of saying, like, could they actually revive his career? I don't think so. I mean, he was a 4th overall pick, man. I mean, he had 26, 27 sacks coming out of college on that. I wanted to draft one of those guys on that Clemson defensive line that year. I was like so high on those guys. The guy that went to Miami was my favorite, that edge rusher. I forgot his damn name. So obviously says it still shocked the heck out of McDonald is considering retiring. That's nuts, dude. That's nuts. He wins a Super Bowl and that's it. Sometimes guys wait for that moment and they feel like that's it. Chris said, none of us know if Epps has really improved this offseason against the pass. If we're really going all in, then we need a safety with the good coverage skills. Yeah, I agree. Marine says, don't ever insult Reggie White like that again. Diddy says, which players do you see being our defensive team MVPs this season? Oh, man, offensive MVP. I think it's going to be Devontae Smith this year. I think Brown will have more catches. I think Brown will have more catches. Devontae Smith will have more yards. Defensively, man, I don't know, man. I'm looking in on Nakobe Dean. I could say big play Slay. I could say Hargrave having a good year now. I could see Hassan Reddick being that beast for this line in double-digit sacks this year, 10+, definitely. Barron says Quinn would be a great pickup, but I don't know if he would want to trade draft capital for him. Yeah, that's the only problem. Bird's Eye View says, Joey, you should go out and Devontae Smith softball charity game. The lineup is star-studded. I don't know where that is. Reggie Tirso said Jordan Davis is not Aaron Donald. We picked up a run stuffer after trading up in the first round. Yeah, I get it. Oh, well, dude, shaking your head. I mean, a lot of people don't like that pick. You guys are going to find out what I mean, Gannon's is going to let him peel his ears back and pin his ears back and literally attack, dude. I'm telling you, like, they're taking the leash off him. They're not going to put him. Yeah, he's a good run stuffer, but I'm telling you right now, they're gonna want him to pass rush. I mean, Gannon's already explained this already. So, Man Beast, what's going on? It says, yeah, Hurts abandons the pocket too quickly. Quez would have had a monster year. I hope Hurts does get better. No, I totally agree. I think Quez would have had 1,000 yards. I mean, I'm not even kidding. Quez would have had 1,000 yards. And yet now he's in the slot, okay? Now he's in the slot on the number 3 corner. Like, he is going to tear it up on the inside. He's made plays last year, especially on the inside, too, a few times. So I think Quez is going to have a big year this year. I think you have a great wide receiver core this year. John says, I don't think coaches get enough blame for some players failing. Oh, no, I definitely blame 100%. I mean, Shane Steichen, the offensive coordinator, I blame him for treating Rager like he's the number 1 guy, not throwing the ball to Devontae Smith until the 3rd quarter in the playoff game as a number 1 receiver. You know, Miles Sanders was friggin' out for almost out for 3 games, and you give him all the carries and don't give a carry to Boston Scott or Jordan Howard to the 3rd quarter. Yeah, there was a lot of issues with play design, route combinations, stuff like that. Really pissed me off, to be honest. It really pissed me off. Man B says, Warriors QB is Drew Lock or Darnold. Remo says they are definitely going to convert at least one of these 100 corner we have to safety. That's the way they have better. There's too many. There's way too many bodies at corner right now. Way too many bodies. I feel like they're going to have to. I feel like they're going to have to move somebody over there, or at least play both between training camp and preseason. I want to see Mario Goodrich at safety. I really do, like, badly. I want to see that man. I want to see Josh Jobe. You know, Reed Blankenship's another guy I've been looking at. Cases Brown is the X-type wide receiver. Smitty is a Z-type wide receiver. Lance says Quinn for a 3rd or 4th. If the Eagles are going to give that away, that's really up to them. Monty Rock says, need some good schemes. Yeah, I definitely agree. So obviously, I think the softball game is taking place at Iron Pig Stadium at Allentown. Dave said, everybody talk about Zach is better. Zach is better than Hurts, but who defense is better than that's the difference. Jock said, I love the Jordan Davis pick. Right on, dude. Monday says we need some good schemes on defense. Chris said, Jordan Davis is more than a run stopper. He'll be unleashed by Gannon. I wouldn't be surprised if he had 6 sacks, 30 tackles. Yeah, dude, I would be surprised, dude. I'm not looking for him to be double-digit sacks this year or anything like that. Like, I feel like he's going to have 6 to 7 sacks this year. They're going to unleash Jordan Davis. They're not going to be like, we need him as a run stop. No, they're going to make this man attack. Because not only it's going to help Javon Hargrave, I mean, it's going to help Milton Williams because he's going to his 2nd year. I mean, I want to see what Milton Williams. I think that's a really good combination between Jordan Davis and Milton Williams, 2 really young defensive tackles right now. So, I think you're going in the right direction with these 2 lines. I really do like. So, Barron says, hope Dean has a Parsons-like season. I hope so, man. We'll see. Regis Tarsalo Bears, I hated the Jordan Davis pick. Line says, should I change my name to Hot Hit the Gritty? Bird's Eye View, some popular opinion. Zach Pascal is going to start in the slot over Watkins. Damn. I mean, I feel like he's going to be a situational wide receiver as a big body that could play on the inside and could be used in red zone. I watched some training tape of Pascal. I mean, we only paid him like $1.5 million, like $1.1 million for the year, so he was dirt cheap. But Pascal, like, he's quick, man. Like, for a big body, he's pretty quick. You know what I mean? Like, when Sirianni was the offensive coordinator for the Colts, he averaged 600 to 700-yard seasons in 2 years. And then after Sirianni left, I think his production went down to like 200-300 yards. It went like almost half or less than that. So I feel like Nick's going to know how to use him the right way. But we'll see, though. We got Monte Rock, Davis working out hard. Joe says, I am not one of those Giants fans. I've been railing against the Morano family, and by the way, they ran the team for years. They lived on Eli and 2 Super Bowls. Big mistake. Richard Chris Gosberry, we better the 10-sack monster have traded up and taken a player who we have gotten in the 7th round if he doesn't show the type of sack numbers. Yo, Ryan, what's going on, man? Kay says, if I see our cornerbacks playing 10 yards off, I'm going to lose my shit. I mean, look, Gannon's afraid to give up the big play, and you got to sacrifice. You have linebackers now that can blitz. You have guys now for coverage. Like, you have a press coverage corner in Bradbury and big play Slay. And plus, I think with Bradbury, he's one of the best. I think he's one of the best when it comes to zone coverage. He's great in zone coverage. He's physical. I don't want them to be, yeah, I mean, playing 10, I mean, we lost games because you're not giving up the big play, but you're giving up big first downs every single time. Like, it's kind of crazy, man. Hope they fix that. Yo, Trent, what's going on, man? John says, I love Jordan Davis, but Kyle Hamilton would look great now. Yeah, I think it would be a good addition. Colin says, Joey, will we be able to watch the Birds regular season games with you live on your channel this season? Yeah, I will be streaming every Eagles game this year. Hold on, I'm just getting my water real quick. Oh, sorry about that. Thirsty as hell. Yeah, no, I'll be streaming every single game this year. Every single game. We're going to be doing streams throughout the week, too, so it's not just going to be Sunday. So, really, it's going to be the Philly Shakedown on Saturday. I stream the game on Sunday, post-game live stream on Sunday, and then we'll have another Philly Shakedown again. So, it's going to be busy. It's going to be really busy, and I'll have streams throughout the week. I might not do every day. I might do, like, every other day I'll do a stream or something, or I might do every day. I don't know. It just depends how I feel about it. But we'll be busy, ready to go. Games, if the Eagles stay healthy, we will crush everybody. I hope so. We're hitting on the 40-minute mark for the stream. If you guys haven't, definitely subscribe to the channel. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like the stream. Much love. Appreciate everything. If you guys haven't, check out the pin comment for the memberships. Join the Shake Squad Army today in the description below for just extra content. I've been putting out Eagles content. I have some more. Definitely check out some of the tiers because I changed some things up with the memberships and stuff like that. So definitely check those out if you guys haven't at all. So thank you so much, everybody coming in. Hold on. Okay, he says, if the Eagles stay healthy, we'll crush her. Alum says, Jordan Davis and Dean were my picks before trades happened. Damn. I mean, Jordan Davis, I talked about Jordan Davis for weeks. I said one of those Georgia defensive tackles will become a Philadelphia Eagle. Okay, the first two pre-draft visits were Jordan Davis and Devontae Wyatt. Those were the two first pre-draft visits. Crazy. Appreciate it so much, Brandon. Lloyd says start Jay Sweat. Graham rotates in. Jay Davis, Fletcher Cox split time. Cox on the downside. I think. Well, I don't think Graham is going to rotate in. I think he's going to start next to Cox. It's going to be Cox. It's going to be Cox. It's going to be Graham, Cox, Hargrave, and Reddick as their starting defensive line right now. Hit the gritty. Okay, done. Hit the gritty. Aaron says, John A., I really hope that Hamilton makes Clark a cut candidate, or at least really cheap to pick up. I hope so, man. I hope so because they have Marcus Williams as well. So Chuck Clark. I always call him Frank Clark. I don't know why. Chuck Clark is definitely going to be on the outs. Hopefully, I changed my name way too much. Wish King said after losing to retirement, could you see the Steelers exploring a trade for Kyle? Maybe. Well, they had interest last year on the trade deadline. They had interest. If you guys remember, they had interest last year. I think the Steelers had already interest in Fletcher Cox. Collins said, can we trade Jalen Reagor? I think they can, and just they're not pulling the trigger yet. Regis Tercel Bear says they will try to unleash him, but he's not Aaron Donald, and there's no reason to think he is. We used too much capital to take a run over who we could have gotten the same player in the sixth. Yeah, I don't think the sixth round. I mean, really, people think Jordan Davis is going to be that bad? I mean, that's kind of taking it far, bro. Just saying. Barron said, I really hope Graham can accomplish his goal of double-digit sacks this year. That's going to be really hard, though. Yeah, I mean, he's coming off the Achilles at an old age now, so. If he does, great. As long as he's getting pressure, I don't really care. It's really he's really good at giving pressure. So Chris got Gann can riskily start Hargrave, Cox, Davis in a 3-4 scheme. Davis ran incredible shuttle time. He's quick off the ball. He can rush the pass. Oh, 100%. You put him in a 3-4, you put him on that as a nose tackle. Oh my God. He is gonna wreak havoc. Ryan says we need to trade Jalen Reagor. Haru says if they keep playing like that, our cornerbacks on throwing a shoe at Gannon like he's a bush at the podium. Maria says, I'll be shocked if Davis has more than 2.5 sacks and 5 tackles for loss. Damn, do people really hate Jordan Davis that much? I love Jordan Davis. Wow. I'm like, there's Jordan Davis hate all over the place, man. Sandro said this is the year to mess up and we'll be forgiven to take risks. Guys, at the end of the day, like, you have to look at it like this. Potentially, Hargrave and Cox were free agents after this year. Like, you're going to be losing 2 defensive tackles as of right now. Like, I'm not saying with re-signed candidates or whatnot. Like, you're going to lose 2 defensive tackles after this year if no moves are made between both of those guys. And you know Howie Roseman's philosophy is trenches. So I'm not surprised at a defensive tackle pick. You know what I mean? I thought, I didn't know it was going to be Jordan Davis. Maybe I thought it would have been Devontae Wyatt more. I don't know. But I'm really happy about the pick. I mean, they gave up a few picks, but who cares? I don't care about day 3 picks. We've been picking on day 3 for how long? Like, I don't care about having 3, 4, 5th round picks, having 5, 6, 6th round picks. I mean, that's all that Howie has. And like, that's like the most moves that he makes throughout the draft. He had to hit on these picks. I promise you 100% you're going to see something from Jordan Davis by next year, by at least next year. Okay. You're going to see a better player than what you're seeing. You're going to see this year. Davis. I think Davis is going to explode this year. I think he's going to get pressure. I think he's going to do a good job. So just give it time, man. Give it time. Giants said, I love Jordan Davis, but Kyle Hamilton look great right now. Comment said, Joey, we'll be able to watch the Birds regular season games with you live on your channel. Oh, I think I already answered that. Lemonade says Jordan Davis and Dean were my picks for the. All right, I always lose my spot. Ryan says we need to trade Jalen Reagor. Essential Vibes Entertainment says this is the year to mess up and we'll be forgiving, so take risks, Gannon, Sirianni. Yeah, I feel like Nick is definitely on the hot seat this year. I feel like Nick is I'm not saying he get fired, but I feel like there's pressure on him this year. Shane Steichen pressure this year. I think there will be some firings if things don't work out offensively. I think Steichen will be the first one to go. And Gannon definitely a big mark on his back. There's no doubt about it. There's no doubt about it this year. Trump Beat says we have 2 stud wide receivers and 2 stud cornerbacks. Very exciting. I'm pumped, dude. Ben says Joey Eagles could make a major push for the NFC if they came together. I agree with that 100%. I feel like they're like the 5th, 6th best team in the conference right now. I think there's a big chance they can make some noise this year. I really do. Reed says Bradbury isn't really a press corner, much better. Oh, no, he's better in zone, but his press isn't. I mean, he could press too. I mean, it's not like he can't press, but he is better in zone. Chris says we better play more press coverage now that we have 3 really good cornerbacks. Hedy Grady says school's done Monday for me. I'm going to 5th grade, dude. 5th grade, goddamn, man. I thought you're older than that, but I appreciate you subscribing and being here, dude. But I'm glad school's over. I trust me. I was always, you know what I hated after school was over? Summer reading. The summer reading. I hated that. Probably the thing I didn't do. Because no matter what, Giants are going to play a big part of the NFC East. 5 of their last 7 games are divisional games. Absolutely crazy schedule. It is. Trump says, watch highlights of Kenny Brooks. He will be good behind our offensive line. I think Kenny Brooks is going to be a beast. I do. I think with Kenny Brooks, like, he runs like a 4.59, so he's not fast, but he's a bruiser back. You know what I mean? He's a bruiser. He gets to another level when he runs in between the tackles, and he's patient. And I think what takes him farther is his vision. He's got really good vision, so I'm excited to see what he does. I went to Jordan Davis was my pick as well. I dreamt of seeing Davis versus Malaz somehow. We'll finally see it happen. Yeah, it's going to be nuts. Johnson will lose my mind. Britton Covey isn't our return specialist. I'll be upset. It'll be upsetting. I'm kind of hyping this guy up a little bit because I feel like I'm going to see something really good out of him. So I says, yes, Shane Steichen is definitely on the hot seat. Oh, 100%, dude. Rich says, that's what I want to see. See like all our moves on defense for 3-4 type moves. Imagine Sweat, Cox, Davis, Hargrave, Reddick up front. Eagles fans, you hearing anything on Kareem Hunt rumors? Would you trade for him and let Sanders go at the end of the year? I mean, they could look if Kenny Brooks doesn't work out, they can add Kareem Hunt. I mean, they can add Kareem Hunt just because you're not keeping 5 running backs. You're going to keep 4. I think it's going to be Miles Sanders, Ball Scott, Kenneth Gainwell, and I think Kenny Brooks is going to be your 4th. So I don't know. He's a short yardage back. They get to get you some yards, but he won't cost that much. I feel like they let Miles Sanders walk. I don't want it to happen. He's been one of my favorite players. He's been injured twice last year. If he gets injured again, I feel like I'm in the same situation when Brandon Brooks was last year. I said if Brandon Brooks gets injured one more time, and he did. The home opener, he got injured, and he never came back after that. So, and he retired. But Barron says Graham shouldn't start over Sweat. Central says BG over Sweat. I'd rather have rotate the old guy on the Carolina did with Peppers. So I said I don't think Graham is going to start. He's getting older now, kind of going to move into a Ryan Kerrigan type role. Oh, so you think Graham's not even going to start this year? Interesting. Miles said, what about Raiders Jonathan Abram? I'm not even interested, to be honest. Gruden and Mike Mayock had some really bad picks, man. They had some really bad picks, especially Mayock, man. Mayock was like, when Mayock signed with the Raiders, man, and I miss Mayock because he was a draft guru, and I loved when he used to cover the Eagles games. I think that was probably one of my favorite moments, like of him covering the Eagles games, because he knew like every single player, and he always gave like backstory on every player that we did get. You know what I mean? And I like that. I liked seeing that. You know. Chris Bradbury is fine at press coverage. We can run the zone scheme still as long as we're getting a lot of pressure by our D-line and third and long. That's what I'm saying, dude. If we don't get pressure, then our corners are going to have an issue. It's not going to be on them. You know, if they're covering for 6 to 9 seconds, it's going to be an issue. You know what I mean? This defensive line has got to get pressure every single game. Like if I see a game with no pressure, it's going to be a problem. Like Gannon's going to be a huge issue. I'm not going to blame as much as the players on defense. It's not their fault. Like they're getting schemed in, and I don't want him to mess this up. Lloyd says it's going to take Graham at least a year before he's back to 100%. Jock said Jordan Davis from club starts here. Justin says, what's going on, man? Just got home. What's going on, Justin? Paul says, wonder if Eagles should have stayed tight at the draft, and at 15 drafted safety Kyle Hamilton, 18 Pickens, Burks at 51, Juergens, Dean, Kobe Bryant, and defensive tackle Farrell LSU. Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I love their draft, dude. I'm never gonna go back on it. Like Howie Roseman did a fantastic job. Like it's really up to the coaching staff, man. I think they got the players to do some great things. If Hurts it improves, I feel like they'll be Super Bowl contenders next year. As crazy as it sounds, like if Hurts takes like a huge jump, I feel like this team goes really far, man. Barron says, sad to think that we might lose Graham, Fletch, and Kelsey after this year. I know, man. That's it, man. It's a new team. It's a new era. Or just say if you can't, I mean, Lane Johnson's going to be the only surviving member of the old Eagles team, man. That's it. Like of the Super Bowl, year. I mean, that's really it. If he can't rush, he's a run stuffer, man. Rumor says Jordan Davis is massive, fast as hell, very smart. I don't know how you hate it. Because people look at his tape and look at he was overweight with Georgia last year, being like 260, 365. Like he was overweight. They weren't using him as a pass rusher. You know what I mean? So it's just the media made him look worse. They made him look really bad. Ryan said, I love Jordan Davis pick. Yo, GG, what's going on, man? John says, I think the issue is not Davis, but DTs are not as valuable in a pass and pass again league. Kennedy says AJ Brown, Devonta Smith, wide receiver duo best in the East, 100% by a landslide. At least we know what we're getting out of AJ Brown. If you drafted Treylon Burks or something like that, then you don't really know what you're getting. I mean, you know what you're getting from a college standpoint, what he did, but you're not going to know what he's going to do when he hits the field. Trading for AJ Brown was probably one of the biggest steal moves the Eagles did. My favorite move of this offseason, just because you gave up a first and a third round pick for a 24-year-old receiver. Okay. The guy, I mean, literally, like, you didn't give up any day 2 picks. You gave up no picks from the Eagles-Saints trade. I mean, you still have 2 first-round picks next year and a second. God, Jalen Hurts, please work out. Please work out. Sarah said Cox going to retire an Eagle. He said Jordan Davis, legit generational talent. Y'all smoking what Cowboys fans smoking right now. I love Jordan Davis. I can't wait. I'm going to say told you so when he starts playing. Rebrab says, Joey, who are you starting linebackers? I want to see what White can do. Kaiser White, I'm pretty excited about. Hassan Reddick, obviously, is going to move into that Sam spot, but I think Nakobe Dean and TJ Edwards. I think Nakobe Dean will be your starting middle linebacker. Kaiser will be your strong side. So I think TJ will be the weak side. So TJ's going to have to – I think TJ's played outside and middle regardless. Even with Jim Schwartz, I think he came in a couple times at outside. So I think I think it's going to be fantastic, man. James says, Joey, who do you know? Do you know Roach Entertainment? I've seen his streams before, yeah. Miguel said, what up, Joey? What's going on, man? G says, yeah, I don't get the Jordan Davis hate either. Because I think part of it is because we gave up 3 picks for him to move up in front of the Ravens. The Ravens would have took him. And I'm telling you, if the Ravens were going after Jordan Davis, which 100% I know they were going after him, you know the guy's going to be good. You know, they took Ojabo coming off an Achilles. You know the guy's going to be good. When the Ravens pick a defensive lineman, which they're very good at producing defensive linemen in general, it's going to be a good pick. Davers says, people don't like Davis. Kind of embarrassed. I screamed like a little girl when he got him. Dosey actually stink or something. Chris said, the fans who don't like Davis are casual fans. How you can't like Davis beyond me? Barron says, why are people hanging on Davis' pick? I love it. Yeah, because like I said, it was him being overweight last year and, you know, being slow. And they gave, and it's like, you know what? Like, Howie Roseman was aggressive and he had a great draft and a great offseason in general. Like, if Howie Roseman didn't move up for a player, if Howie Roseman wasn't aggressive enough, people would complain about it. But when Howie is aggressive, people are complaining that he gave up too many picks. And then I even heard from fans that they gave A.J. Brown way too much money. I'm like, dude, like, that's the market for wide receivers. 25 plus is the market for wide receivers right now. You know what I mean? Like, that's the market for wide receivers. Like, you got to pay 25 plus for a receiver now, a good one. Like, that's what you're going to have to pay him. Like, that trade was great. A first and a third. Like, I thought it was fantastic. I mean, you didn't give up the second round pick for day 2. You didn't give away any picks for the Eagles Saints here with the 2 first rounders for the 1 first rounder you got, and you have a second on top. I mean, it's crazy. It's just nuts. Chris says, Aswell Davis will dominate the season. Mark my words. Dude, 100% he will dominate. He's going to be a freaking monster. B. Lewis said they'll be the first ones to the wagon when Davis balls out. Yeah, of course. So it happens all the time, man. Dude, if I'm wrong, if I'm wrong, then I'm freaking wrong. I think you could probably say, as one of the content creators that covers the Eagles right now, like, I say my shit, and that's it, dude. Like, I don't sugarcoat shit. I don't like, I will say if I'm wrong. I'm wrong every year about stuff, guys. Like, but I'm going to say what I want to say. I don't, and no offense to you guys, like, I don't cater to anybody. Like, I don't cater to anybody. Like, I go with my own opinion. I don't go through the trend of what everyone says. Like, if I think someone's going to be a good player, bad player, someone's going to be a bust, whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? If Davis turns out to be a bust pick, I'm going to say I was wrong. But at the end of the day, like, I think he's going to be a freaking monster. I think this man is – I mean, this guy takes on triple teams in college. I mean, it's crazy what this guy could do. It's just insane. This guy, it's not like you just got a guy with you know, that weighs a lot and is really, you know, is 6'6", 340 pounds, and you're just like, that's all he is. You know, the guy ran a 4.7. You know, the guy is quick. I mean, the way his lateral movements are, especially what he did at the combine, like, nobody does that at that size. The only thing I could say about Jordan Davis right now is they have to watch his weight. I mean, other than that, they just have to make sure that if he maintains his weight, I mean, if they don't maintain his weight, he could lose explosiveness. But it's up to him and the coaching staff and obviously the health people that are over there that making sure that he's not, you know, gaining a lot of weight. I mean, that's it. I feel like if he gains more weight, he's going to be a bust. And that's just going to be the truth. If he stays where he's at, I think he's going to be less than 340 pounds going to the season. I think he'll be at 330 to 325, and that's just me. But I'm telling you, man, like, it's going to be a good pick. So the 4 to 5 sacks would be excellent for Jordan Davis. He is 0-1 tech. He's basically a traffic cop. Think Vita. Yeah, I think he's going to be better than him though, because Vita's not fat. I mean, Vita's got a good first step off the line. He's got explosiveness off the line, but when you're talking tangibles and metrics and you talk about all that stuff, you know, you're talking analytically of what this guy could do. It blows Vita Vea out of the water. It does. Do you think players not practicing is better than the team just so you want to see? Yeah, so another problem I'm having right now is, like, Look, I understand some teams are doing this and like they're not. So the Eagles are not having a mini camp. They're going from OTAs to training camp, and that's it. There's no mini camp at all. They only have 6. So what? They have 6 OTA practices. That's it. So today's the 3rd day. So they have another 3 practices, and that's it. You're not going to see these guys until training camp. I don't mind it, but at least, for some of the players to be there for mentorship or whatnot, it is what it is. Like the player, veterans don't have to be there, so it is what it is. But, I feel like, they got to be careful. It's not horrible. Like I'm like 50-50 on it because I want them to be there, but at the same time, I understand like the injury concern. Like you don't, you still have a long way to go till the season starts. So, you're not trying to go crazy with it. AJ Brown, Devontae Smith better than CeeDee Lamb, Michael Gallup. I agree with that 100%. Right, it says Big E doesn't allow him to get the sacks. If he can't get a sack to QB, he's just a run stuffer. He could have gotten a run stuffer DT late in the draft. If it works, awesome. It's going to work, dude. I promise you it's going to work. Chris said, what up, Joey? Can't wait for the 3rd grade next year. Damn, man. Chris, well, you got a long way to go, man, but hope you enjoy school, man. However, said, I really want Davis to dominate. I can express how happy I was when we got him. Dude, I was so happy. Paul says, to attack on Neil Farrell, KSU had more production over his career and better tape than Jordan Davis. Raiders got a steal. I don't care about what the tape says, bro. I don't care what the tape says. There's been a lot of undrafted guys that turn out to be really good players. There's been guys picked late in the draft that turn out to be really good players. I think Jordan Davis is going to be a really good player. I think he's going to be a really good player. Lloyd says from SC lives in Georgia, Philadelphia Eagles South, baby. Let's go. Let's go. What's going on, Lloyd? Chris said Regis Davis didn't play in a scheme that allows him to rush. That's what I was saying, dude. They didn't have him as a pat. They wanted him to be a run stuffer. Georgia had him as a run stuffer. They didn't want him to pass rush. Lloyd says so many Coucher fans down here. I hate them. I just realized the Browns have the Deshaun Watson, Kareem Hunt, Myles Garrett, and they're looking to at Damon Arnett. The team does not care about legal issues. Dude, 26 civil suits, bro. Like I talked about this a couple videos ago. Like just imagine that, like Deshaun Watson being with the Eagles and the amount of crap that would be. I mean, we wouldn't even be talking about football. We wouldn't be talking about football at all right now. It'd be like constant Deshaun Watson lawsuit, civil suit news every single day. I mean, the Browns fans, man, I can't even imagine like what they have on their plate with this guy. Like every single day, there's always some crap coming out about him. I swear. It's just insane. Wedge Geeks, I can't wait to see how he use Kyron Johnson. I don't think he's big enough to be the edge, but he's super quick. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think he has size at all. I think he's got that really good, quick first step. I think he's going to be very good on special teams, but if he can really, let's see if he's better than Teron Jackson. Maybe he'll be better. Maybe better than Derek Barnett. Who knows? I think he's got a good, quick first step. He ran like a 4.38. This guy's fast, but I think he's got to bulk up a little bit. I think he'll bulk up. Hopefully. Paul said Davis wasn't on the field passing downs. Georgia had better pass rush than Davis. They had a great scheme in Georgia. Davis wasn't as good as his teammates. That's a fact. You know what? I feel like even going to the NFL now, he's got this offseason to get more reps. He will have a crap ton of reps, a lot of reps by the season starting. He's going to have some help, on each side of him. He'll have help. He'll be helping out a lot of guys regardless. I think he helps whether he's a run stuffer or a pass rusher regardless. I know, Paul, you're very, you know a lot about college ball and like production of some of these guys, but we're going to see a different animal when he goes to the NFL, dude. We're going to see a different animal. I'm telling you. John says, I hate not knowing they expect from Hurts and Gant. I know it sucks, but it makes me excited though. It said just said don't want to wear our best trash talker to fast. He's vital to playoffs, but let Sweat have his rotate BG in here and there. So Larry says it just makes sense. Last year, Graham's contract coming off injury too. We just paid Sweat. I love Graham, but it's about time to close the chapter and let the young guys take the lead. Yeah, I agree. I feel like it might be the last year. Look, coming off the Achilles injury, I didn't feel like after when he got that injury that he wanted to end the season last year. I feel like when he had one more year, and this is the last year on his contract, so I feel like after a good year for him, I think he'll be ready to leave. I think it'll be it. Jay says, Joey, if Hurts isn't the franchise, next draft has 4 intriguing processes. Not my favorite. Yeah, I haven't looked at any of those guys at all. Plus, I like Logan Hall a lot. See a lot of Michael Bennett type where he could slide inside or outside and can be effective in both. Reed said, yeah, Mayock made some really bad decisions. Eric says Kyron Johnson is quite intriguing, like he be a linebacker or defensive end. Yeah, he's a hybrid guy at linebacker and defensive end. But you know what I like about him? He's got a pushback attitude. Like you don't take no crap from nobody. That's the they've gotten some guys that have some like pushback attitude. Like no joke. Mangoran says, I like whether players good or bad depends on the team schemes. Chris says, Paul, you're smoking something. Farrell sucks. It seemed a lot of production in college by many players, and they sucked in the NFL. A lot of players with limited production in college were all pros in the NFL. Even Michael Bennett. Wasn't Michael Bennett undrafted? I mean, Michael Bennett was undrafted too, and he played. He had a great career. He had a fantastic career. Michael says, would you trade Daniel Hunter? I know he'd been injured, but maybe a mid-round pick. I love Daniel Hunter. I like a lot. I really like him. I don't know if they extended him or not, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on with Daniel Hunter. The Hunter I've always liked. I think he'd be very, he's a lot older, but he'd be very productive in a rotational scheme. Yeah. Paul says John Gruden selected the first-round picks for the Raiders. Oh, so he didn't pick Farrell or Abram? Rod says people keep talking about Hurts inconsistencies, but stats say he was one of the best. He was one of the best on target. Yeah, he was one of the best. Like when there were some games where he didn't even have 100 yards. He only had like 100 yards passing. You have to take the run into account too. But there were some games where the end of the fourth quarter, he's throwing. Teams are playing prevent on the Eagles, and all the underneath throws are wide open, and those stats are deceiving. During the year, they were very deceiving last year. Miles says Stranger Things was really good. I need to watch that show. I'm intrigued to see how he used Dean. I can't really figure out where he fits best. He's going to be that middle guy. He's going to be that middle linebacker. I mean, they're going to move that. I mean, they can move him around if they want, but that man is going to call the plays. He is going to blitz. They're going to attack with him constantly. Paul says I'd stay away from Farrell Chris and I want nothing to do with him. Iron says, just watch some Covey highlights. I told you, man. Britton Covey's no joke, man. He's a monster, bro. John Havlon believed crazy picks were Lurie's idea and not Howie, which is why he wasn't fired. I totally agree with that. I even the rumors that came out that Jeffrey Lurie backed up after the Sirianni hire. So I could totally agree with that. I think Lurie had a lot to do with it. I think some of the other front office members had a lot to do with these picks as well. That's why we're changing. Like, I don't think it matters. Like, guys, the more coaches we've been losing, the more front office members we've been losing, like Joe Douglas and Andrew Berry, that woman that we got rid of, Andy Weidel. Like, I think Howie literally did this whole draft on his own. I think there was a collaborative effort between him and Sirianni. I think there was a collaborative. I mean, you saw in that room how close they were after the first night of press conference after getting Jordan Davis and trading for A.J. Brown. Like you saw that there was like a different. It just seemed like there was a different vibe in the room, in the building, and I absolutely loved it. Not to compare A.J. trade to Hollywood Brown trade. Hollywood Brown, no. I mean, I think Hollywood Brown is great. I think he's a good player, but we're going to be playing the Cardinals with no D-Hop suspended on PEDs the first 6 games. We have them week 5, I think. So, Hollywood Brown doesn't make a difference. I mean, he's not D-Hop, obviously, but Hollywood Brown has been hurt a lot too over his career, and I like him. He's not a bad player. Like, I don't mind him, but perhaps if Hurts works out, just imagine how much more we could upgrade our team next year. Lamar Jackson wasn't happy about Hollywood Brown at all. Plus, I'm talking about the 4th-round pick, Farrell, drafted this year from LSU, Chris Scott. Chris says there were coaches who said Davis will torture QBs for a long time. I totally agree with that. Flash, the Ravens always draft studs. I definitely agree, especially defensive linemen, man. When it comes to the linemen, man. Because they always have cap space every year. That's why when you draft good, you always have a lot of cap space. You'll always have cap space. If you use it wisely, you're going to have cap space every year. If you're the Ravens, you have cap space every year because you draft really well, and they draft well every single year. Roger, he also had tops the worst bad throw, so all confused when people say he needs to be more consistent. Hot Rod says Howie Roseman did the right moves. I totally agree, dude. Totally agree. Rep said they hate Davis because he's an Eagle. Simple as that. Slasher says Davis dropped 380 and then to 330, 340, and he said he's going to stay around there for the NFL. Joe said there are 3 groups that produce the most Pro Bowl players. First round picks are number 1, second round picks number 2, and believe it or not, undrafted free agents. No, it's happened, bro. I totally agree with that. I think it's totally happened. But we hit the hour and 10 mark right now for the stream. 203 people. Thank you so much on a Thursday. Thank you so much for coming in to the stream. If you guys haven't liked the stream, please like, subscribe if you're new. We cover the Eagles every single day. We'll have 2 videos out tomorrow and a stream tomorrow, so definitely check that out. We did a stream yesterday. I kind of skipped on a stream yesterday. Had some things going on. Today we did a stream. Then tomorrow we'll probably do another one. The Shakedown will be Saturday. I'll be hosting the Philly Shakedown on Saturday. So hopefully you guys show up to that, and we'll have a good time. So thank you so much for all the offseason support, by the way, since pretty much the first day of the offseason, free agency, the draft. It's been a lot of fun, guys. It's been a good offseason. Once training camp starts, we'll be back with a lot more content. And I'm still putting out content every day, but obviously the news is going to be lacking. I'm going to be putting out what Howie Roseman had for freaking breakfast yesterday. That's the news we're going to be putting out for now on. So Higger says, when Davis develops, if he stays healthy and at good playing weight, scary, worth the picks. Brown is worth the money too. I totally agree. Eagles fans, I would hopefully be nice to see our linebackers getting torched in pass coverage this year. It was horrible. It was really bad. It was pretty bad. I ain't gonna lie. Chris says, Rev, the Eagles fans know how good Davis will be. Grim says, it's just me or A.J. Brown's route running is not that great. I feel like he doesn't get much separation, and obviously he doesn't need that much separation. But if Jalen throws, I think he gets a lot of separation. A.J. Brown, does he get separation? Yeah, he does. Yeah, he's great at contested catching. He's got strong hands. He gets yak yards. I think he'll have more catches than Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith will have more yards this year. Devontae Smith's going to be a freaking beast this year. Tyler says, some facts are like being a run stuffer at size and speed is a bad thing. Like, do people understand draft picks or projection of what they could be in the league? Yeah, that's what the whole thing is. But being a run stuffer is great too, because just say if he could take 2 bodies on, it's going to free up your defensive end. It's going to free up. It just depends. It's going to free up either your defensive end or the other defensive tackle. You never know what you're going to have, man. I'm telling you, you're going to help another player on this team. You're going to get pressure. So Grim said because he doesn't look open. Ball says JD, the rotations are unstoppable DT at dime dozen player. You can find anywhere in the 3rd, 5th rounds of every draft. Alexander said grateful that Dougie P overpaid Kirk. Otherwise, we might have not had Brown. We probably would have had Calvin Ridley. Thank God, dude. Like, and I was all in on Calvin Ridley, and then supposedly it was supposed to be like a 3rd round pick for Calvin Ridley. That's it. Which that would have been a steal pick in my opinion. It would have been a steal trade in my opinion, but man. Well, apparently, like the rumors were that they actually called the 49ers for Debo, and then they declined with the same offer, and then they called Tennessee, and this trade was done before the draft. It was done the day of the draft, early that day, and it was already ready for it. So, Joe says, don't underestimate undrafted players. More Pro Bowlers players come from undrafted players in rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 combined. Which I disagree, but it's good now after all these moves. Leanne says, I feel like we definitely need a safety, especially when Epps goes down, because we really don't have that much depth behind him. It's just Palm said, I totally agree, unless it's Aaron Donald. There's no reason to think that's so agreed. Just a run stuffer you could have gotten much later. Jordan Davis wouldn't have went past the 1st round. There's no way he would have went past the 1st round. Judge, I want to see if they move out of them of many corners on this team to safety. That's what I'm looking for. The safety spot is really exciting for me because there's a lot of depth, a lot of bodies there right now. I'm excited for Zach McPherson going to his 2nd year. I'm excited for Tay Gowan. Tay Gowan hasn't had a full offseason with the Eagles yet since the trade. I want to see what he could do. I want to see Mario Goodrich, Josh Jobe. You know what I mean? Jimmy Moreland is going to be Jimmy Moreland was a freaking steal, dude. Jimmy Moreland coming off waivers. Jimmy Moreland is the most experienced backup corner that we have right now. Other than Maddox, Slay, and Bradbury, I think Jimmy Moreland is very experienced. got a lot of he started a lot of games. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I thought that was a steal off waivers, man. You got a guy that could be serviceable and could take some reps, man. He could. I didn't know you had any for me, Chris. You hurt my feelings. Harrod says we have the players, but do we have the coaches? That's the next step to this whole process. Trump says not Davis. It's combining him and totally upgraded linebacker group. Yeah, no news today, man. Nothing crazy going on today. Kind of just looking at, we heard this stuff about Lurie's son is going to be working with the Eagles now. Now Lurie's son is 26 years old. I mean, wait, I think no. Since he was 26, he was grooming him to. Jeffrey Lurie's son is works for the Eagles now. I guess I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I really hope I'm wrong. Davis blows up, but if he doesn't have 10 sack a year, I don't think it was worth the capital. Joe says 50% NFL roster turnover every 3 seasons. Jai says Davis will collapse the pocket and give QBs no place to step up. I totally agree. Eagles fan says, where are we going to see how overrated Dakota is the year? We'll see. Priest says, hope so. Slayer says, people think production equals elite, like Jordan Davis is going to make Reddick sweat and BG's life so much easier. Paul said, I like Jay Davis, but not going to go over him like so many others, and I definitely do not give up 3 mid-round picks to move up to 15 and 13 and take Jay Davis. No way, how. I was fine with it. I was fine with it because how promising are 5th-round picks? I mean, look, we've drafted some 5th-round picks. I know Quez Watkins was Quez a 5th-round pick or a 6th? I forgot. You know what I mean? Like, we get hit on picks mid-round, but I was tired of having day 3 picks. We always have multiple 5th, 6th, 7th round picks. Everyone take a bow for silence. Ryan Fitzpatrick retired. Yo, I told you, I saw that today. Yeah. Fitzpatrick, man. He's had a good career, man. He's made good money. He's made some good money. He's made some big chunk money with short-term contracts over his years, man. Fitzpatrick's probably one of the best backup quarterbacks that could start for your team. And look, I'm telling you, he's won some games, but obviously not a quarterback that can get you over the hump to a championship. But man, the guy is serviceable as a backup quarterback, and if you need him to win some games, he can win games for you. You know what I mean? Is Kyron Johnson really 250? No, he's not. Is he really 250 and he runs a 4.38? No. Is he? Nah, he's 230. He's 230. I don't think he's 250. I think he's 230. Still good though. I mean, that's linebacker size. I mean, that's pretty much linebacker size. I mean, it's good. It's good size. Yo, Joey, they used Davis to serve up sacks for other D linemen. Davis is a beast. If you get to the 320, 325, he's a problem. Chris says, Paul, you don't find DK. Sean says, what up? What's going on, Sean up? Sean said, let's just hope New Orleans is terrible this year. Yeah, we're gonna be definitely, videos will be coming out this year on the Saints. So we'll have a quarterly videos on what's going on with the Saints. I hope they lose a lot of games. So I said, Regis tomorrow. Bear. They have a tough schedule. Their schedule, I mean, their division is pretty crazy right now. But I mean, besides I don't know. I looked at their schedule when the schedules came out. When we made that trade, I looked at the schedule, and it's pretty nuts. Barron says, I hope we destroy the Cowboys this year. Sick of losing. Sean says, Kyron is a perfect rotation for Reddick. I love it. I think it's great. Cyrus says, Chris, he was the first overall pick. Oh, he's in the 220s now? Yeah, it says 230 up there, but it could be an old report. I said, well, what's going on? Maria Perry, what's going on? Sean said, Davis not going to have 10 sack season. That's not why we drafted him. He wants 10 sack guy. Draft an edge. Yeah, I'm not looking for him to get double-digit sacks at all. I'm looking for him to clog the hole up, draw double teams, and, depending on scheme and 3-4, 4-3, 5-2, whatever they want to do, I feel like he will get, 6-7 sacks this year. I'd say 5 to 7 sacks this year, realistically, if I'm looking at it. Chris said, Paul, respect your opinion. Let's go Birds. Listen, I don't believe there has ever been anyone like Davis who will be a generational talent. I mean, I'm not going to go far and say generational, but I feel like the guy is going to make some noise. I feel like he's going to make some noise this year. Jay says Davis will manage 2-3 in the middle, which will allow the speed rush guys to disrupt everything. It should be a fun season. Most of the Eagles will have top 5 defense. They better, for what they have. They better have a top 5 defense this year. It's up to Jonathan Gannon, bro. It's up to Jonathan Gannon. Uh, 2020 says AJ Brown is another physical receiver Goddard who could just throw the ball up, and when QB under pressure, you can't do that with Smith or Ridley. No, you can't. Totally true. Kyron Johnson. I mean, there's only like maybe the Broncos game where he caught that ball over Surtain. You know, I mean, it was good coverage by Surtain, but I mean, he's not gonna get that pass every time. They've thrown balls, and they were throwing to him. They were throwing up 50-50 to him a few times, and that was the only catch that he got out of him. So, John says Kyron Johnson put Pennington on his butt. Yeah, he not even just him. There was a couple guys he put in that Senior Bowl practice he put on their butts. Harris says the fact that we got Davis Dean should have all of us Birds fans happy. I totally agree. Davis will be 415 pounds in year 2, living in Philly and out of the NFL by year 4. Damn, dude. God, you 415. Shows that Davis is not going to be used just to take on multiple linemen. I think it's going to be one of them. I mean, it's going to be one of them. I mean, he's definitely going to be used for that too, because they know that teams are going to be double. I mean, they're going to be doubling him. They're going to be, if it's Milton Williams and Jordan Davis, they're going to be doubling him. There's no way they're not. If they doubled Milton Williams, I'd be shocked. Vince Ford, those guys are both great nose tackles that don't get sacks, but both were impactful for their teams. Cyrus says, I haven't seen much about Kyron Johnson since he drafted. Is he just less attracted to the media? Well, he's a 6th-round pick. I mean, Calcaterra is not getting any, Calcaterra in the 6th round is not getting real much attention either. I mean, we're going to see. We're going to see. But we're going to go for a couple more minutes, and then we'll head out for the day. I'll let you guys enjoy your Thursday. I got some stuff to do. See here. Wombat Zombie, what's going on, man? Say, yo, what's good, Joey Peeps? Hope everyone is doing well. Shake Squad up, God. Go Birds, baby. Fuck the Cowboys. I appreciate you coming in, man. Balls, I heard Jerry Jones bought Jordan Davis a condo to live in next to Pat Steaks. Man, the hate is real. Jonas says I expect a double on Davis every week. That's why I wouldn't keep Davis in one spot. Yeah, I would totally move him around if you can, but that's what they're going to do. Especially if they can move them around and have you got to have these. Jordan Davis has got to be used in stunt work as well. You got to put him on some stunts. You have to. I think because of how good his lateral movement is and how much speed he can get, I think that lateral movement with Jordan Davis is going to be great. So I would put him in some stunts with Milton Williams or something. I would do it. I would totally do it, man. There's no reason why he shouldn't be successful. Especially put him on stunts. Forget it. Milton says, Joe, you watching finals tonight? I'm probably not going to tonight, but I'll watch the next game. Yo, Mayor, what's going on, man? How you doing, bro? Hope you're doing fantastic. Christian, what's going on? He said, yo, Joey, this team stacked this year with the additions. I totally agree. It's up to the coaches to get this thing going. 2020 Vince, a lot of analysts have a watch football team splitting with the Eagles. I can't see watch football team Wentz beating us at all. We sweeping them. I don't want to. I feel like we will split with them, but I don't want to split with them. You know what I mean? I feel like we have to sweep them this year. Going to Washington week 3, and then having them Monday Night Football later on. Yeah, no news today, Mayor. It's been pretty quiet. It's going to be like this for a while. Oh, dog. Yo, what's going on, man? What's going on, bro? Yeah, nothing much. There's going to be nothing. There's really nothing much. It's going to be bland. It's going to be pretty bland. Eagles fan said, Joey, who's your favorite Eagles player of all time? Mine is Randall Cunningham. Oh, man. Like, I think even, man, it's a hard one. Jeremiah Trotter, man. I mean, Trotter was probably one of my favorites. Trent Cole. Oh, man. Love those guys. Davis has to start Fletcher. That's all make O-line and have choose their position. Choose wisely. Lions can confuse the double teams. Chris said, what's your thoughts on a new stadium in Virginia? Yeah, is that really true? I know they bought like a lot of acres of land in Virginia, but it hasn't been official that they have a new stadium. But they think those are the rumors right now. I mean, yeah, it's good for them, man. It's about time. It's about time to get a new stadium, you know. Jesus, what the hell was that? It scared the crap out of me. Thanks to my favorite is Freddie Mitchell. Yeah, so guys, really nothing much going on, but I am pumped and ready to go. So other than that, guys, that's it. We've been an hour and 25 minutes. Let's do an hour and a half today. We'll have another stream. I got 2 videos coming out tomorrow morning, early morning, so look out for those. I still haven't done the thumbnails for those videos yet, but I'll get them done today, and they'll be out tomorrow. We're going to be doing call-ins and doing some other things soon. Like, I know we're going to be doing call-ins with subscribers and stuff like that, so it should be a lot of fun. Yeah, we're going to be doing that. You know, so it's going to get a lot more quiet now. So I definitely want to get your take on everything, and definitely join up on the call-ins, guys. They're a lot of fun, and we'll talk for 4 to 5 minutes each person, and it'll be a lot of fun. So we'll have a stream tomorrow, 2 videos out tomorrow. The Philly Shakedown I'll be hosting Saturday. We're going to wish Philly 500. Make sure you go on Twitter. Make sure to follow me on Twitter if you guys haven't either. Definitely join up on the memberships as well. We're putting a lot of content on there too. So definitely check those out. If you guys haven't, pin comment above. They're cheap. It's just for extra support and obviously just extra content you're going to be getting daily. So stuff I can't put on YouTube that's copyrighted and stuff like that. So definitely check that out. If you guys haven't subscribe to the channel. We are covering the Eagles every single day. Like the stream before you leave today. Much love to everybody that joined. And, we had over 200 people on a Thursday when there's really nothing going on. So I appreciate all the support, guys. It's been fantastic. So we'll be back tomorrow. Definitely check out. There's going to be a couple of videos, like I said, coming out tomorrow morning. So definitely check those out. And that's it. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And, we will be back tomorrow. All right, guys. You guys have a fantastic day. I'll see you on the next one tomorrow. Peace out, guys. Peace.